I think we're live, buddy.
Stream is live.
I think it's live.
Hi.
How's it going, man?
It's going well.
For those that don't know, I am here with the one and only Killer Carp. He has the most viewed, I think it's in the history of YouTube, is the most viewed
That's correct.
viral video.
1,000 million billion views. Yep.
It's you and Mr. Beast.
That's it. Mr. Beast right here.
So I kind of just want to jump right into it. So you recently have done a video with this incredible woman, Jan. And I was wondering if you could just sort of set up what the video is first.
Jan,
I haven't seen it. I assume most people have seen it by now, but
yeah, for those who haven't seen it, Jan is she's 91 years old. She started gaming back in the mid 90s when she and her grandson started getting into gaming together. And ever since then, she's been hooked on Zelda, and she's been collecting and playing Zelda games, Nintendo exclusively, from the N64 right up to the Switch. And over the years, she's acquired some of the other retro systems like the NES and the SNES, and she's just built a collection with a heavy Zelda focus. And Jan is just a true diehard Zelda fan, and she's still gaming today.
Truly, the video, like, does she actively play? Like, is she regularly playing?
She plays every day. She plays every day. She plays on her Switch. She plays handheld. She plays on the TV. She plays on her DS.
Yeah,
but those are kind of her devices that she is presently playing on. When we went over there, you know, she wanted some help. She hadn't played the NES and the SNES, GameCube, other systems like that for, I don't know, 10, 15 years or more.
Right.
Because she's just got everything she needs on the Switch. So we hooked those up for her. We kind of went down memory lane, and she kind of had a chance to look back on some of the games that she had played over the years, because she's right now she's playing Hyrule Warriors on the Switch right now, and it's taken her like a year to get through it so far, and she's not even close to finishing. So she's just casually playing, having a good time, and it's just it's like solitaire for her, you know. She passes the time and she plays her Zelda.
Well, I was going to say, it's you know, my grandma does crossword puzzles. She does that thing at times. I mean, she can't see well anymore. I don't even think, I don't know if she does it, but this is just that version of it. It just happens to be games, but it's so unique to see someone who's 91 playing games. But it has me wondering, though, maybe there is actually more of a fan base in that age group playing these games than we know of.
I think that the comment section of this video has revealed that there is a massive group of people who are above 70 who are just constantly gaming every day.
Right.
And I don't think Jan is, maybe she might be kind of toward the upper echelon of her age group. But yeah, there were so many comments. I'm 68. I'm 73. I'm still gaming. And yeah, I don't think she's alone in this.
Could you do quick math? How old was she when the first Nintendo system came out?
61. Yeah, she was 61, or you know, early 60s. Well, wow. Yeah, you know, 96, I think, was the N64.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's about 30 years. So she started in her 60s.
That's wild. All right, let's back up a bit. So this video's been out for 6 days.
Right.
It's creeping just under 600,000 views.
It's nuts.
I think you're up to like, what, 15,000 subscribers, which, you know, if you're just tuning into you right now, you're thinking, why does this guy only have 15,000 subscribers? But before the video, you had, how, 7,000?
5,000. Yeah. I mean, I started this channel in August of 2025. I have 11 videos. Jan was my 12th long form video. So it's a new channel. It really is. And Jan has just kind of given it a big electric shock, and it's I'm riding that wave right now, and it's really exciting.
Before we get to, because I want to talk more about just your channel, how did this video really even happen?
Well, so when I started the channel, it was I just
want to set something up first. Just we talked before. We're not going to give away any sort of information about Jan. We don't want to give her location, really. Like, you know, any identifying factors of Jan. So knowing that, you can be vague about how it got set up, you know.
Yeah, Jan is a friend of a friend, and I found out about her collection, and I had my second or third YouTube video was a video about a gentleman named Marty, who collects
Love that.
DuckTales and Uncle Scrooge memorabilia. And I was showing his video to a friend, and that's when a light bulb went on, and that's when they connected me with Jan. And right away, I was over her house filming. This we actually filmed in the early fall, late summer, and I've had this video kind of on the shelf, waiting for the right moment to launch it. I had a lot of other videos that were a little more timely, and I was saving it, and it turned out to be the right moment to drop it on the world.
I mean, I remember when you filmed it. It was back
Yeah.
in like September or something, right?
Yeah, it was like late September. Yeah.
I remember you telling me you literally couldn't sleep after you shot it. Like you knew there was something special here than just a regular collection video.
Right. So when I first spoke to her on the phone.
Yeah, what was that like? What was that first conversation?
Well, yeah, I mean, she called me. She immediately was interested in meeting me and chatting with me. She was totally game from right from the get-go, and she was just telling me some of the things she had in her collection. She's just rattling off names of boxes on the phone of like, yeah, I got Dracula's Curse here, and I got, Mario 3 and Tetris, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, that's who knows what she has. I really had no idea. So I went in there cold. Right. Thinking I was going to walk into like a room like this, just filled with and it was a little more modest, and what I went in there thinking was going to be a collection tour turned out to be a character study and just a human interest piece, which turned out to be even better. And it has kind of informed the point of view of my channel, I think. I really want to focus more on the collectors more than the collections, and really get to the human interest nucleus, really, of what the content is about.
Why do you think people like just scrolling through the comments? I mean, the emotional reaction people are having to Jan in this video. What do you think the reason is?
Yeah, it's just relatability. Everyone has a parent or a grandparent that either gamed with it. Not everybody, but there's obviously a vast amount of people that have some kind of nostalgic connection, not just to Nintendo, but to who they played it with, to the person that they came up playing it with.
Right.
And I think that's really what it hooked into for people. Because there's just so many comments about, people anecdotally referencing their grandparent or their mom or their dad or someone they know who's still gaming or someone who was gaming back in those days, even back to like, Atari. So I think that's really what it is. It's that relatability factor.
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of comments that were like, I lost my grandma like 3 weeks ago. This video came at the right time, kind of thing. Like,
I had no idea. I mean, to be completely honest, I thought it was just a cool hook. It's like
yeah,
an unexpected person. That's we're just in this world of people who grew up in that era. People in their late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s who just love this stuff. And when you see somebody kind of outside that circle, it's it's engaging. So I thought that was what it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to go to that deep for people, cut that deep.
Yeah.
So
man, I wish Marty was single. This could be like, isn't Jan single?
Yeah.
Or widowed, I should say. So they can be
Marty's very much married and taken.
No, I know. I'm kidding. What was it actually like filming with her? Had she ever filmed anything before, or like had anyone?
I don't think so. But she took right to it. She was not camera shy and she's not a shy person in any way, shape, or form. She's very outgoing. She's kind of a cavalier, brash personality. So yeah, she pulled no punches and we hit it off right away, and it was a lot of fun just going over there and hanging out. And I got to go out and I hung out with her. I was there yesterday hanging out with her. And we just played video games and chatted. And that was it.
That's
We just had a good time, and we're planning to have her here to my collection someday. She doesn't live too close. She's quite a drive away from me to get to her, but maybe someday I can get her to see my collection. That would be a lot of fun.
Sorry, I just saw a complimentary comment. Every single muscle. Carp's insanely high quality videos are making me rethink everything I've been doing. Same. Especially these fascinating character studies, just unbelievable stuff. What a suck up that guy is.
Come on, muscle.
It's come on, muscle. Has there been discussion about the real star of the video, which is the denim couch?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that couch, the jouch.
It's unbelievable.
Or the dofa. I don't know if it's a jouch or a dofa, but
a dofa.
Yeah. Ironically, I'm wearing some denim here now, but yeah. As soon as I walk, my friend Matt, who's in a lot of my YouTube videos, and he's kind of behind the camera a lot, he has that same sofa set.
No
so as
way.
soon as I walked in, I said, "Oh my god!"
I mean, it looks truly super comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few comments about it.
She's probably had that for decades.
Yeah, yeah, I would say probably like Y2K era would be my guess.
So you've had this channel now for 4 months, right?
5 months to the day.
I mean,
August 20th.
It's a newborn. It's a newborn channel.
It is. Yeah.
Now, right off the bat, your literal first video did fantastic comparatively to most people's videos. It was like, 25,000 views on your collection, which you probably weren't even expecting that.
No.
How do you, like, I've been doing videos for a year now, and I haven't had anything near this success. And I can't imagine what that would sort of feel like, because you don't expect it ever.
Yeah, just kind of instant gratification. But I will say, like, yeah, I mean, I have been part of this toy community now. I've been hardcore collecting. I've been collecting toys and holding on to my nostalgia for my whole life, really. I was recollecting video games, Nintendo games, NES, Super Nintendo, back when I was in high school and college, buying them at secondhand stores, and just casually collecting Battle Beasts over the years. But around 2015, 2016 is when I really just fully committed to hardcore, serious collecting.
Yeah.
And so I've been in the community now for like a better part of a decade. And I've been really hammering Instagram. Instagram's been my hub. It's where I've met so many people, so many of my best toy friends, so many great friends beyond toys now. So I think when I launched it, when the channel came out, I had a nice little launching pad for the channel, because I had an audience on Instagram that I had built, and the community of people that I knew. So I had a lot of people share it, a lot of people who I knew virtually, who had never seen my toy room before, because I'd never really done a proper tour. So that was like a novelty to start off with, to kind of hook people. And it was very much calculated to be my first video.
I do think there's a sense of like, and this goes for like actors and stuff that blow up. There's a sense of full overnight success. Like, you did nothing, you put out this video, huge hit.
Right.
And when, we know even those actors, they put in 15 years of rejections and, all this stuff. I know, because I know you personally, just the strategy involved. Like, the difference between me and you is I've planned nothing. I have no idea what my next video is going to be always. And you have like all of 2026.
Stressful place to be, I can imagine.
It's not fun. You have like 2026 planned out. You know what I mean? Like, at least generally your next 5-6 videos.
Yeah.
And when you put your first video out, if I remember correctly, it was, you had edited 3 or 4 already. You had them ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, well, I've been wanting to do this for a while now. I actually was ready to launch a channel back in 2021 or 2022. So, 4 or 5 years ago. And I have 3 or 4 episodes that never have seen the light of day, and they never will, because they're crap. It's just me in my toy room just talking about, God knows what.
Yeah, we've all done that.
For whatever reason, I didn't pull the trigger. But I decided that this was that back in the summer of last year, I was going to do it, and I was going to do it right. I was going to make sure that I didn't have burnout become a factor. So I wanted to launch with a lot of episodes shot and ready, so a bunch already edited, a whole rollout plan, scheduled. And that has been helpful, but I will say I'm still grinding. I'm still feeling the pressure, the heat. Yeah. Life gets in the way.
That's only amped up now because now people are, well, what else you got? It's like.
Right. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, still, I think that has been really good for my mental health to make sure that I have had a plan going into it. So yeah, I mean, there's a balance between procrastinating and being prepared, and I kind of fell into the sweet spot of being prepared, but also saying, all right, let's just go.
Yeah.
Just do it.
No, I think you're doing it right, especially for just like your mental health and stress of it all. Because I know you're a dad and a husband and you have a job and like it's.
I mean, for instance, right out of the gate, I said, "There's no way I'm doing a video a week. I'm just not going to do that."
Yeah, you can't. I tried. It's so hard.
I can't even imagine how you do a video a week, unless it's just there's no edit points.
Yeah. Because if you have to edit, it would be a lot easier.
Right.
And not to get I don't want to get too in the weeds of YouTube because I don't know how much people care about that stuff if you're not like a YouTuber.
Right.
But there is a ceiling to how many views videos within our world get. Now, this was I would call this more of a retro gaming video, which is bigger than vintage toys for sure.
Yeah.
And so generally, like, you look at like Pixel Game Squad, Retro Rick, like those guys get big numbers a lot of the times. And I'm sure I'm not so like plugged into that world.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the other like really big guys that are doing it. I'm sure they're out there. But even you look at, guys that are big in the vintage toy world, first that comes to mind obviously is Froggy Flips. He's getting 150,000, 200,000 maybe on like a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this like this is just, I don't even know what my question is. It's just tapped into such a broader audience. Like there's people that are watching this that for sure don't watch gaming or toy YouTubes whatsoever.
Right.
Like this just YouTube is like, hey, everyone needs to see this.
Yeah, the analytics and the comments have proven that for whatever reason, this video was just pushed on browse in a broader spectrum.
Massively, right?
And I think it just has to do with the simple human interest hook, the games are secondary, I think that's the biggest takeaway for me during this process so far. And I really learned it a lot with Marty. I keep going back to Marty, my DuckTales video.
Great video, by the way. If people watching this haven't seen that.
Marty's a character, I met him. You met him, yeah. He came to the toy shop. Shop the Curiosity. Shout it out. Who's going next week? Or this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, I think it's just, I keep coming back to it. Human interest is really what grabs eyeballs in this world. And I'm learning that one step at a time here. But I still want it to be about toys. And going back to the other thing is like, I'm trying to straddle both the worlds of retro gaming and toys, because for me, they're one and the same. Like I can't tell my nostalgia story without Nintendo just as much Battle Beasts. So they're completely different worlds. It feels like you either collect one or the other. I collect both. I love both. And my channel is going to be about my perspective. So
do you see, oh, we'll see you there. Another bald nerd. Very cool. Yeah. Do you see this channel always being in those two lanes, or do you see it broadening even more into like the human story thing? Like,
yeah,
someone that collects like, stamps, but just has like an interesting story.
I've thought about that. I think I have to be excited about it. I don't want to just get content just because I'm thinking, okay, this is a broad appeal. I should go film this guy's Nintendo Switch collection because everyone's going to click on it. If I'm going to have to fake my enthusiasm, I'm probably not going to go down that avenue.
Okay.
I'm not a stamp collector. I don't collect Switch games,
Yeah.
Right.
So that's going to lead me into my next section here, which is
segue into that. I don't know what you're going to ask me.
I don't want to focus too much on negative comments because every video has it, and the more views you get, the less you get. So there's a few that are really angry that you don't play Switch and you don't play modern consoles, which a
All
lot of
right.
people are arguing like, dude, even the Wii is vintage now. You know, like
Right.
it's a retro console. So one, had you really never honestly played Switch, not even at a party, someone playing Mario Kart, like that never came across your
Okay, I'll come clean here. I have held a Switch before that video. I had held a Switch before the video, but not many times. And I'll tell you what it is. The ergonomics of a Nintendo controller, or so the muscle memory, the feel of holding an NES controller or an SNES controller just feels right to me. And the ergonomics of the Switch, the buttons are small because people say, "Oh, you can play all the retro games on there." Yeah, but with tiny little buttons, I can't get used to it. I can't do it. I can't play it on there. And that's not to say I'm not open to trying and open to learning, because I think that day will come for me where I do have to expand my
I
brain.
think you'd be impressed by some of the games for sure if you can get past the process and how you play it.
I played Grand Theft Auto in college on PS2, and I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah.
That might be one of the few three-dimensional, 3D open world kind of games that I've ever played and enjoyed. I'm just a 2D platformer, A to B, run and gun, Mega Man, Contra, Mario kind of guy. That's just what speaks to me, and that's what I enjoy when it comes to gaming. So
And you're not getting bored of that? Like you're still
no,
pumping
I'm not bored of my NES or my SNES. That's the other thing too. It's like I haven't evolved from it because I just haven't gotten bored with it.
Yeah.
I can play I play Tetris probably not every day, but definitely every week my Nintendo is on and I'm playing Tetris or Dr. Mario. If I need a moment to like decompress, I play Tetris. It's probably the game I play the most, actually, is Tetris.
Yeah, another bald nerd has a interesting point of like he plays it Switch with his kids, and it's a great way to do that. Like, does your son, does he like playing the retro stuff, or?
No, he plays the NES and the SNES.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Time's gonna come when he's gonna want to Switch 3 or whatever's out at the time, and I'm gonna have to adapt to meet him where he is, and I'm prepared to do that.
All right. Moving on to another comment I see a lot. I just want to show you something, and I just want to get your reaction.
Who is that?
That's a photo of you.
Oh, okay. Nice.
A lot of comments about Josh Peck. So is there a conspiracy here where that is actually you?
The guy's got to stop going around impersonating me. I'm getting fed up with it, to be honest.
Does that drive you crazy? You've probably gotten that your whole life, right?
I didn't know who Josh Peck was until about 3 or 4 years ago. I now know all about it. The show was out when I was like in college.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. You're a few years older than me.
Yeah, I didn't watch that show. I didn't know about it. I had heard of Drake and Josh. That I was aware of that as a show.
Yeah.
But when the first time it happened, I was at a restaurant and some hostess was like ready to like ask me for my autograph. I had no idea what she was talking about. So yeah, I get it a lot. I think what it is, any white dude with black hair and green eyes, Aaron Rodgers, Casey Affleck, Josh Peck, anyone who has those three attributes, which are kind of uncommon attributes, I'm that guy. And I'm also like, oh, you remind me of my my friend growing up, or my roommate, or my cousin. I'm that guy that looks like so and so to everybody.
Cool. How do you react to that? So you can't.
It's always like, I just deal with it.
Yeah. I just get Ed Sheeran all the time, over and over again. Any redhead, they're just like, you look like that guy. I'm like,
I want to get Josh Peck's attention someday so we could collab.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
It could be funny.
The other thing I'm seeing, which is, I almost don't even want to bring it up because I think it's so kind of stupid, is just that you faked it. That she doesn't really play these, that all those games were too pristine, that her only comment was, I love these.
That's why I really wanted to come on this show and really come clean with everybody. That the entire thing was staged. I spent about $6,000 on video games, and I went there beforehand. I put them all, staged them all there. And actually, Jan wasn't actually there. She was completely an AI bot that I recreated in post. And I'll tell you what, if I actually was able to do all that, I actually deserve more views, I would say, because that's a Herculean undertaking, in my opinion, to be able to do.
This is how I know you haven't had media training, because you would know to not even joke. They will take that, and now that'll be the video people put out.
I think listen, we live in a world where nobody can believe anything that's it's too good to be true. If something is heartwarming and nice,
Right.
it had to be fake. That's too bad, and it's too bad people's minds immediately go to skepticism. I happen to be kind of a more trusting optimist kind of a personality, so that was not something that would ever occur to me, to just assume something is duplicitous or fake. But unfortunately, there's probably nothing I could ever say that could change someone's mind if they believe that it's a fake video.
Retro Randy, this is all AI. That's how good AI has gotten. I can just read your comment and respond to you in this way.
Yeah, it's beyond my. I mean, listen, I'm kind of at a loss. I have no response to that.
It's who cares? You know what I mean? It's real, so it's just so silly. When did you when do you think the moment you went from just being a fan of retro gaming, vintage toys, to like, oh, I'm a collector now?
That's a good point. I think a good question. What was that moment? I mean, it was Battle Beast and GI Joe related, but I've been collecting Nintendo video NES games since the Y2K era, or the late 90s.
Was it collecting for you, or was it you were buying them because you liked playing them?
A little bit of both. Probably the latter, because I didn't have every game as a kid. I didn't have Contra as a little kid, so I bought that when I was in high school. Or there's a bunch of games that were like that for me that I got at a secondhand. Funko Land was a big place for me. I don't know if you guys had those in Jersey.
Yeah.
Bought out by GameStop.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've always had that, but I think it had a lot to do with my wife. When I met my wife, my girlfriend at the time, which was around 2013, she and I just kind of fell in love with going to estate sales and yard sales. That's all we did together. Estate sales and yard sales. We were living in LA at the time, and it was a time where you could go to an estate sale, not wait in a crazy line, and just casually go in on a Saturday morning and find stuff. And we were going all the time, and I was collecting all kinds of things, and I was really just getting deep into vintage collecting. And I think that's kind of how it started. Maybe I just started finding some more 80s and 90s toys at that time, and I think from there it just kind of took the focus shifted from collecting pencil sharpeners, which is something that I was collecting. I have upstairs in my attic, I have a tote of about 100 hand crank pencil sharpeners. I was collecting globes. I had a massive globe collection, vintage clothes, records, which I still collect. But yeah, then it just took a hard shift to toys.
Did you used to go to the Rose Bowl, the big Rose Bowl?
Not really, not often. I did not, because I really was an estate sale guy. I would travel all over. Do
you still do estate sales?
Rarely. I feel like estate sales are dead. They've gone.
Tell that to Earth Kid.
Yeah, well, around here they're dead unless if there's ever anything good listed, you got to go camp out for it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't have a lifestyle that affords me the time to camp out for a few video games.
But if you can do it, I mean, I've seen the stuff that VHS Crypt has gotten by camping out. You know what I mean? Like just full boxed attorney is just crazy stuff.
If you're gonna score stuff at estate sales now, you have to be, fully committed. You can't sleep on it. You have to be on your phone. You can't just casually, willy-nilly go picking, that's what I do, is mostly just yard sales now. Hopefully you find that yard sale that wasn't listed online anywhere, and just a sign on a telephone pole in your neighborhood. And those are the ones I look for now.
I didn't know you were a GI Joe fan. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, I'm a Joe fan. I'm not a hardcore Joe guy. I have a healthy collection of GI Joes. kind of from like the 84, 85 to I would say 85 to 1990 era of Joe collecting. Just the figures. I don't do the play sets.
I don't know why that's
huh?
You just don't seem like a GI Joe collector. I don't know what.
Yeah, Joes were one of my I was like
for you.
Battle Beasts were not that big of a toy for me as a child. I only had a few Battle Beasts. That was something that kind of was rekindled in high school when a bunch of my friends were finding our Battle Beasts. And I started collecting Battle Beasts in high school, actually. I was buying them off some website with a money order. This is like before eBay.
Wow. Yeah.
Or maybe right around the time eBay became a thing. I was just sending off I was sending money orders out to some stranger and getting Battle Beasts back in the mail. So I built my collection mostly, back in those days. But yeah, when I was a kid, G.I. Joe was huge. The movie, the TV show really had a lot to do with it.
PKF is asking if those are VHS tapes behind you, but I think they're Nintendo cartridges.
These are all VHS tapes, mostly kids movies. I mean, we got Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Ghostbusters, got the Home Alones, got a Goonies, The Wizard, a lot of I got the Hobbit, Rankin and Bass movies on VHS, a lot of the Super Mario Super Show, Captain N, the Game Master, Dino Riders, lots of different things.
Basically the Criterion Collection closet.
Yeah, I got a lot of the seminal kids Saturday morning cartoon movies on VHS up there.
Has your son watched a lot of those?
Oh yeah, we've watched the GoBots versus Rocklords movie.
That's a good one.
That's a tough VHS to come by. We probably watched that 30 times.
Wow. So why Battle Beast, man? You tried to pitch me on them when I first met you at Shop for Curiosity.
Just look at this thing. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. The sculpt, the colorway.
I would say when they have accessories, it kind of changes the whole thing for me. It amps it up so much more.
And as a kid, I didn't even know they had accessories when I was a kid, because you open that package, the accessory was in the trash, or lost on the ground instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Killer Carp. When I was a kid, I had 4 Battle Beasts very distinctly, and they came in 2 packs. So my nostalgia detective went back in time, and I think I had got Battle Beasts on 2 separate occasions, because I had 4. And then I had a few friends that had them, and then it was really, again, it was in high school. I remember it was my freshman year of high school. I don't know how it came up, but somebody was talking about them. It was sparked, and then I just started collecting them again. And because there was a bunch of Battle Beasts I had never seen before. This is before the internet, or before the internet was, our reference point for everything. And then I just discovered this, Series 3. I discovered the Laser Beasts, all kinds of, and then just went from there. And that was, I don't know exactly what it is. I just love, and Killer Carp's always been my favorite.
Yeah.
Battle Beast. And I just love the name, the alliteration of Killer Carp. And I'm honored for it. He's my avatar. So
yeah, every single Muscle saying it's a ridiculous question. Don't even get me started on Muscle. Let me ask about Muscle next.
It's like why is the Mona Lisa something to look at? It's just it's intangible.
I agree though with Adult Nerd that it's sorry, another bald nerd. It's intimidating. If you don't have any to jump into a line like Battle Beasts, there's a lot.
Right.
How do you even start it?
It's a deep rabbit hole. There's 76 Battle Beasts in the base collection, and then you have all these variants, and then the price starts to go crazy when you get into the Laser Beasts. And then from there, even if you have a complete set of Laser Beasts and Battle Beasts, then you can go off on, the Greek Battle Beasts and the Spanish Battle Beasts and the bootlegs and customs, and it goes on and on and on and on. And my journey is far from over.
That's crazy.
Battle Beast collector. Yeah.
I feel like your video with Thor, I'm forgetting his name.
Jay.
Yeah. He's been in my comments on my YouTube videos saying that you sent him over there. He seems like a nice guy. That explains it pretty well. I saw a lot in there that I had never seen, that I never knew about. Like the soy sauce one is great. So I think if anyone is interested in it,
he's sitting right here in my case.
How far are you into like the process of that collection that you bought? I know you're moving a lot of it. You've kept a lot of it.
Yeah. I've kept a lot of things. I've sold a lot of things. Full disclosure, I went into, into that negotiation with buyers in mind, friends
Right.
who
Yeah.
wanted things. Because I'm just so in that community. So it was pretty easy to pull the trigger on that deal for me, just because it's a market that I know, and it's a community that I'm very familiar with, and I have a reputation in that community. So battle beasts are something that are easy for me to sell or to find homes for. And but just to be clear, as a reseller, my reselling is purely for fueling my collecting budget. I'm not in it for any financial gain. Anything that there is financial gain, and that does happen. You come up on things that are worth a lot of money that you don't care to keep, and you sell. But for the most part, my goal is to make everything in this toy room essentially a net gain.
Yeah.
I'm not reaching into my pocket and spending my hard-earned paycheck to buy plastic. It's coming from profits from selling things to other people in the community.
Yeah, there's a learning curve with that. I think people
Yeah.
don't know that really. When they get into it, they especially if you're watching a YouTuber, how are they buying all this stuff? How are they getting these huge deals? And they're not aware of the backstory that's happened before you're even seeing the video of like deals being worked out, and they're selling things to get money to buy this one thing. It's something that I honestly suck at.
Once
I'm
you've
trying
done
to get better with it, but
once you've done it for a while, you build up a reputation, and you're part of the community of knowing who's you're shopping for people sometimes.
yeah,
So it's easy to just front some money from your savings, or let's say you have some money in the saving. If you're fortunate enough to have that ability, you can, it's not that hard to put that money on hold, because it's as good as it's the profit. It's there for you
yeah,
because a friend who's looking for it. And you can make those deals, but it takes time. It takes time building a reputation of selling. And there's some people who are full-time resellers that really, really just know how to do it.
and VHS Crypt is a great
Right.
example.
They can, yeah. And I think it's a shame that some people are so repelled by any aspect of reselling, and I understand why they are. Just because it creates scarcity, and it makes things harder, and it's the reason why, like we just talked earlier, it's the reason why Goodwill is impossible to buy anything at. It's the reason why the casual Sunday estate sale to walk in and wander and find gems is that's a thing of the past. Those are dead. That's over. Yeah, it's killed a lot of that, and I see that side of things. So they have a point, but I don't think it's fair to judge somebody as a reseller, meaning that's like that the whole scumbag reseller mentality, you know.
I
Don't
think the biggest flaw with it is they're not looking at Target and Walmart also as resellers. They're just middlemen buying something cheaper and selling it to you for a higher price, except this is just on a personal level. I do think there are scumbag resellers, but that's just because those human beings are scumbags.
There are scumbag collectors.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's just, I mean, listen, I think if you're good to people and you're kind,
Yeah.
and if you're really just, if most resellers I know that I'm friends with are also collectors.
Yeah. For
So
sure.
it's easier to empathize with what they do.
Yeah. What's the last thing that you've bought?
I actually have it right here. My most recent thing I bought is actually right here on my desk. It's this
Hot dog.
hot dog. This is super nostalgic for me. I had this as a kid. I bought
What does
this.
that say? How to score higher at Nintendo. Oh, yeah, that's funny.
I bought this. What year is this? 1989. I got this. I remember buying this at the Scholastic Book Fair as a kid.
Amazing.
But what's even cooler about this? And shout out to, I don't know if he's watching or if he sees this, or Doc Retro, our buddy Alex. He found one of these. I've been looking for one for a while. He found one of these at Retrofest Arkansas at a vendor's booth. But it was missing a key component, which these can be quite valuable if they have this poster inside, which unfortunately I can't show it to you yet because it's a quad fold poster that you can't unfold and pull out. But I had this poster on my wall, probably from 1989 until high school, probably. So to find one with the poster inside it is crazy rare. And I upgraded to this recently. I found one on eBay, paid $120 for it, which is crazy. But I'm buying it for the poster because I am eventually going to pull this out, extract it very carefully. I know that might piss a few people off, but I want to display this poster on the wall because that's really why I want it. But this is a really cool little piece of nostalgia for me and my most recent purchase.
What is when you buy something like that? One, are you showing it to your wife? Are you like, hey, babe, check out my most recent purchase?
Sleeping dogs lie. We have lots of things in common.
Yeah.
Retro toys are not one of them.
Right. Understood.
What's the latest thing you got? I'll put you on the spot here.
What a spontaneous question. What a spontaneous. It's right here. I had no idea you were going to ask me that. So this one is really fun. I don't know if you had any love for this, but I was at a show recently and I found a Jerky Boys cassette.
I have the same exact cassette.
You do? Do you really?
I do.
Someone told me they bought it on CD, right? I don't know what year this is. 93.
I had it on CD too, but hold on a second. Take a sip here. Well, tell me your story and I'll tell you mine.
No, but this is actually, I hadn't opened this fully yet, but it has a phone number to order t-shirts.
Oh, amazing.
Pretty incredible, yeah.
Those probably out there somewhere.
Apparel. They were based in...
Find out about a lot of cool vintage stuff that's out there that's not a lot of people's radar is old promotional material.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Nintendo Power promotional guides that with like merch in them or things like that, or like an old cereal ad. That's kind of a little secret way to find out about some stuff to set a new eBay search for. The funny thing about that Jerky Boys album, though, is I bought it. It might have been the Jerky Boys 2. Is that 1 or 2?
This is just 1, I think.
I think I had Jerky Boys 2 on CD.
All new, the Jerky Boys.
I don't know which one it was. I bought a Jerky Boys CD at the mall when I was probably 7th grade.
Do you remember the store?
Strawberries, maybe? You guys have strawberries?
No, I don't think so.
Strawberries were a big thing in Connecticut.
Mid the wall.
Anyways, my dad confiscated it from me. And then, I don't know, maybe 15 years later, we were cleaning out the basement and my dad found it. My dad was like, oh, man, you ever see this before? You ever hear this? This is hilarious, man. You got to listen to this. I'm like, yeah, Dad, you stole it from me when I was in 6th grade. And he listened to it and loved it.
Dude, that's hilarious. He probably took it and was listening to it.
We listened to it together all those years later and bonded over it. So,
that's really great.
Just a couple of Jerky Boys.
Yeah, he probably was listening to it. Like he took it from you and then plugged it in.
And Saul Rosenberg. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's also good. The other thing I picked up, I have a whole set of them. I'm going to be putting a video out, I think, Thursday with it. But I bought the Pizza Hut 1992 Universal
Monsters. Love Universal Monsters.
Man, I really do.
Wow. That's great. Does the straw hole go right in his mouth?
Pizza Hut. Oh, it sure does.
Awesome.
And then in the most 90s way, too, it comes with a holographic card. So I have all these sealed. I don't know what it is about the Universal Monsters lately.
Where did you get that?
I got it in an attic of some guy on.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. It was a wild story. Yeah, that's what I got recently. Another thing I want to do before we go is if you have anyone YouTube or Instagram, because that's kind of where we live.
I live on Instagram. Yeah. I mean, I have, YouTube friends and
I do wonder if without Instagram, if I would be collecting as much. I don't think I would.
Instagram,
it's an enabler for sure.
Instagram, I social media is horrible, right? We all know that.
We know
but
that.
I kind of love Instagram because when I got into the toy collecting community on Instagram, it was a pure time. I think it was pre-ads, no reels, no stories. It was just posting pictures.
Yep.
And I've met so many people that I'm friends with today through Instagram. I wouldn't have this YouTube channel. I wouldn't have all these friends that I know. I wouldn't have any of it without this social network. And I think a lot of us toy people use this social network for its pure essential design.
Yeah.
Not just like a medium to like, shove ads in front of your face or to like go down to like doom scrolling. Like we connected with people, we shared our collections, and we used it for its like the purity of it. And so I'm just going off on a tangent here, but yeah, I love Instagram from that aspect. And it's the reason why I have this collection. It's the reason why I have a lot of friends. It's the reason why I have my YouTube channel.
I mean, it's my safe space from the world, to be quite honest.
Right.
Like I stopped using my personal Instagram because it was so just doom and gloom. And it was like really affecting my mental health. And so I had to just switch over. And now when I go back, I'm there for 20 seconds and I'm miserable.
I think it's kind of interesting. It's like a lot of things. It's what your perspective is. It's like we were talking about these comments. You can watch that Jan video and you can see what 98% of people saw. Just a fun, wholesome, sweet story. And then some people just see it and they see negativity or something that just consumes them. And I think you can think about that with social media. You can be on there and it could suck your soul out of you, but it could also give you a community, something happy, so it's really all what your perspective is on things, really, if you look at it that way.
Do you think there's a difference between the retro gaming community and the vintage toys and toy world?
I feel like you can't, it's hard to cross over between the two. I'm a fan of Pixel Game Squad, and like they're always like, yeah, we don't do retro toys, they don't do well for us. And I'm like, that's too bad. It's like I can't have one without the other,
Right. Yeah, but to me they're the same.
Yeah, but I think like you said earlier, like the retro game, just content wise, it has a bigger pull and a bigger audience for sure than the toys. The toys are strong, but the gaming community is on another level.
I mean, it's like the most popular form of media ever that's existed. So
right,
it's yeah.
Yeah. So
sorry. So I was going to ask, can you shout? Was there someone you could recommend on either platform or preferably not someone that has like,
like anyone on YouTube I would recommend is not a surprise. Probably all the same people that you're into and you subscribe to, all the hits. I mean, the one account that comes to mind on Instagram is my guy Nintendo Grail. He's like, whenever I get
Nintendo Grail, and it's one of my favorite Instagram accounts.
When I get asked this question, I think he's like my default, like, shoot from the hip answer, because his account blows my mind. We become pretty good friends, and he's like a guy that I'm just so jealous of on a daily basis.
His stuff is crazy.
Stuff is insane.
Yeah. Churn Sue 37 says, off topic, but have to say, Killer Carp, your guest appearance on Retro Slackers Holiday Special was great. Cracked me up.
Oof, I thought I was really.
I wasn't really laughing.
We have this little shtick where we like to
I think it's one-sided. I don't know if I've really ribbed you that much.
Okay, well, I think I'm due then.
That was fun to do because it was fun to see the process, because you sent me just raw. So it was like you saying one line 100 times over because you just kept stumbling on it, and it looks like you're completely psychotic.
When I do my YouTube videos, I do commentary. When I interject with like a talking head,
I
script all that out. Like at least what I'm generally going to say, and I probably say it like 25 times before it actually sounds coherent, and that's the actual bite of a 3-minute long clip of video that.
Yeah, and could you imagine like being an actor where it's like there's a crew around you and you got to do it in 2 takes?
I don't know how you do it with that kind of pressure. It's like Tiger Woods hitting the ball at the tee, the gallery watching.
Okay, I would recommend, there's a YouTube channel I've been watching for a while and have become friendly with lately, but I don't know if you know Tokyo Toy Bonsai. I
think I might be familiar with that.
He lives in Japan, and he's always just toy hunting in and around like Tokyo and stuff. And so it's super fascinating just to see the kind of the difference of what the stores are like. But he also just made his first toy, so he's getting into making like sofubi. I don't know if you've ever gone down the Japanese sofubi rabbit hole. It's
a little bit.
It's vast.
Yeah.
And a little overwhelming, but it's just interesting to see this like kind of non-American, non-UK take on all the toys, because that's mainly who I follow is that stuff. But check him out, Tokyo Toy Bonsai. I can't say that word because I'm not a smart person.
Yeah, it's funny how kind of our little community is such a small world. You know, we all follow the same people, same accounts on Instagram.
It's a small world, but also like when I was in, at Hoosier, I'm meeting Illstrips, Jordan, who's from Dublin, and Toy Overdose is over, who's from England, and there's people from California and Florida, and so it feels small, but we're all actually so spread out. I mean, me and you are actually close to each other, but the rest of my friends are like, I mean, every single muscle's in like California, and like people are just really spread out.
They really are. Yeah. And I'm excited to go on some road trips this year, and
we got to go to if you're going to go to Retro Fest again, like I'd like to go next time.
Definitely going to Retro Fest Arkansas. If I'm able to, every time Rick puts that on, I'll be there. That was awesome. We had so much fun. I went there with some of my best buddies in the Connecticut toy collecting scene, and we got an Airbnb, went down there, and we just had a lot of fun. And to go, that was my first time actually like traveling out of my region for a toy convention, like, flying, getting on a plane and flying somewhere and staying in an accommodation. That was so much fun to just like be like completely immersed in a convention. Because I feel like when I go to conventions around here, it's like, all right, I got to be home. I got a time limit. I got to be home and go back into my life. Where when you're down there, that's it. You're there. You can just take your time and be at the convention all day long, stay there as long as you want, and wake up the next morning and go do it again.
And if I'm not wrong, that trip you did the Retro Fest video, you did one of your Battle Beast collections, you did another huge, the one with Jay, and then you did the VHS Crypt on the way home, right? Like
so that was like that was one of the big impetus. Was like, I went down to that convention knowing that I could make a road trip out of it on the way home, because Conway, Arkansas, which is where the con was like 3 hours from Branson, Missouri, which is where Jay was, and there happened to be another Battle Beast collection also in southern Missouri that I was tracking for a while. So I had 3 episodes there, and then I had a couple more on the way that are coming out this year. And then I
I know the few that you're doing. Forgot about those. There's some good ones coming.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff coming out that I've been holding out on. From
Neighborhood Nick, are there any conventions in SoCal? There was one recently called Geeking Out, which that's all vintage toys, looks truly incredible. I really actually want to try to get there next year. That's where VHS Crypt and Body Stews flew out to sell at. So I would definitely check that one out. And then also the collectible show guys put on a show in SoCal a lot. Roseland.
And of course, SoCal Gaming Expo, which is in June.
Yeah, there's a ton.
Been trying to get out for that. Hopefully this is the year I can swing it. It's a tough time of year, early June.
Yeah,
to get away. But
well, I would say if you guys haven't watched the Jan video, the description is in this, or the link is in this description of the live. Check it out, or just go to Killer Carp's YouTube channel. It's funny. It's only 15 minutes. It's an easy watch. It flies by. And I think it'll be the kind of video where even 5-10 years from now, you'll still be talking about the Jan video.
Probably.
I think it's going to change the trajectory of your channel. And you're also like, she's so unique and so wonderful in so many ways that I don't know if you're going to find quite something so unique.
I hope we see more videos like it. I hope this brings
but she's
other people out of the woodwork and inspires other creators to tell those stories. The more the better.
Yeah. So if you want a story made about yourself, reach out to Killer Carp. He's going to leave his home address.
That's a retro slacker.
No, I'm good. Yeah. Well,
I could talk to you for another hour. But we have lives, right?
Yep. I have to do bedtime now.
Yeah.
Helly, if you're watching, get ready for bed. Yeah, no, this is awesome, man. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me kind of just, this has like been a whirlwind the last couple of days. And it's nice to just kind of, this is therapy.
Yeah.
For good stuff, to celebrate.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm glad. I'm happy to celebrate it. Well-deserved. And
thanks, brother.
Yeah, I'll see you out there, man.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Thank you all.
Ciao.